Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be a match between Flash and Bisu here on Neo Sylphid. Bottom left, it is our hero. It is Bisu. He's a teal Protoss today. And in the bottom right, none other than it is Flash, the purple Terran. Got this replay from RJB of RGB TV fame. He supplies me with incredible replays like this one. Go ahead, go over to RJB TV, just search that in your YouTube search bar, subscribe, and let them know that Falcon sent you by leaving a comment, okay? Alright, so it's been a while since I've cast a game between Flash and Bisu. This is from 2020, so it's a recent replay, at least compared to the other old replays that I cast, right? I don't know, I just like all Brood War, old or new, and newer replays are fun as well. So, here we go. Dun 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 dun. No proxies. No proxies here between Protoss and Terran. Alright, let's see here. Let's see who's gonna come out on top. Oof. I don't know. I'm just amped. I'm just amped for this matchup. Gateway coming up for Bisu. Barracks coming up for Flash. Oh yeah, there it is. Is it just more epic? Is it just more epic because Flash is doing it and because Bisu is doing the same thing? Is it? Maybe it is. Anyway, this is real stuff. I know I have some replays that I posted where it says Flash or it says Bisu up in the top right there, but it's not really them, and we figure it out because we're smart people. But this is real stuff. This is an SCV scouting around. This is Flash working around 450 APM. You know, just spamming the keys at the early stage. Every once in a while somebody asks, there's your cyber core. Somebody asks, why is there so much APM in the first minute of the game? And it's like, well, they're just spamming, right? They're spamming their keys, warming their fingers up to a time in the game when that will be required, right? To have that kind of APM to do the stuff, all the stuff that you need to do in Brood War to win a game at this level. You know what I mean? I do know what you mean, yes. So SCV scouts the wrong direction, Probe scouts the right direction. And Bisu, his win rate against Zerg when he scouts the right direction on a map is like 80%, it feels like. This isn't Zerg, but this is scouting the right direction, which is fantastic. Now, recognize Cyber Core up, which means we're going to have some Dragoon pressure after the Zealot, right? Dragoon, bam, instantly starting up here. We're going to get Singularity Charge as soon as we have enough cash to do so. And the SCV is going to recognize, okay, no expansion here, which means there's definitely a Cybernetics core, which means there's definitely Dragoons coming out. And there is the Singularity Charge upgrade starting at about 252. So bunker up to deal with incoming Dragoons. Always a very smart thing to do. Bunker up before you take your command center here. And yeah, the timing is going to be fantastic, honestly. Zealot comes down, bam, bam. 2 Marines inside the bunker, and no, like the Zealot doesn't want to walk past here. The probe's going to die if it tries. The Zealot doesn't want to either. So we're going to wait for the Dragoon, and maybe with enough damage output from the Dragoon and from the Zealot, we can take down this bunker. That'd be pretty nice. Or, you know, you just wait for Singularity Charge to finish, start attacking that bunker, force some SCVs off the line, and, you know, force some resources to be drained out of Flash's bank because we're repairing the bunker. Factory coming up, because what else are we going to do here? You're Flash, for heaven's sakes. Why? Why would you go for, like, multiple barracks? You don't do that. Don't do that at all. I mean, it can be good if you're going for kind of an early game attempt at killing Bisu here, but Bisu's not really the kind of player you can crush in the first, you know, 6 minutes. He's very safe. He's very careful. He didn't take a greedy expansion by any stretch, but he's going to take one now. Yep, based on the timing here with that probe, and Jabba, natural base coming in. On the other side, sitting in the exact spot required to hit this bunker when Singularity Charge finishes, which is still a ways off, but, you know, Flash's natural base coming up quite nicely. The bunker is enough defense for what we're seeing here. Machine Shop Machine Shop instantly. And what we're going to do with it is the question of the day. Making a siege tank? Are we going to go for spider mines, vulture speed? Are we going to go for siege mode for siege tanks? Oh no, actually spending on an academy here. Scouting SCV gets sniped. No more information for you. Oh, there it is. Back it out. Back it out. There is the range upgrade. And now the SCVs are off the line. There's only 2 Dragoons. Technically, I think you only need 2 SCVs. Wow. Okay, yeah, 2. There we go. And now 3. That was strange. That was some weird micro out of Flash, for sure. But Siege Tank shows up. And kites and really doesn't want to die here. Oh my gosh, the SCV body blocking. The Zealot, oh, the tank goes down, but all these Protoss units are in a lot of trouble too. Oh, maybe, I don't know, maybe they're in less trouble than I thought. This Zealot is still alive, and there's nothing inside the main base to stop that from happening. Another siege tank is coming out. This bunker gonna die. Oh, the bunker dies. Oh no, disaster for Flash all of a sudden. Alright, so Zealot is trying to kill, I don't know, an SCV before he goes down to these Marines, sure. The bunker's down, the tank is taking serious hits. SCVs have to body block in order to keep this tank alive. The repair is real right now, too. And, oh, beautiful defense. Okay, Flash style, beautiful defense here. Man, that was scary. A Lesser Terran player, I think, loses 5 or 6, maybe even more SCVs there. But no, not Flash. He lost a tank, he lost a couple SCVs, he lost a couple Marines. Ow, ow. Ooh, another Dragoon goes down. Once again, we talk about this a lot. In PvT, generally what you want to be doing here is whittling down the tank count if you're Protoss. Do you have to sacrifice Dragoons to do that? Yes. You are generally going to have to do that. Reaver drops are in the future here from Bisu, though. So the earlier you can start whittling down the tank count, the better it's going to be for you overall as a Protoss against a Terran, especially as somebody as good at the game as Flash is. Second factory coming in, supply depots here too. And they took care of the evil Zerg egg. You're wondering why you didn't see the egg die. The game crashed a couple times and I was watching it die. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but trust me, it did. You can see the blood. Alright, so Reaver drop coming out from Bisu. What do we got here? So we're just, you know, harassing a little bit with these Dragoons, but 3 tanks is pretty scary business. Siege mode coming in, +1 vehicle weapons, just about done too, which is going to be really nice. And where's our Reaver going? Reaver buddy sneaking in. There is a Goliath here. Oh, look at Flash be ready for this. We're gonna be ready for this stuff. So they kill a Goliath, and then they kill us. They're trying to kill a siege tank. And okay, another Goliath goes down, and one more shot. Oh no, the Reaver died. Ah, Bisu gambled and lost. Totally gambled and lost there. Brutal, brutal indeed. All right, well, I mean, 2 Goliaths down for a Reaver is not the greatest trade of all time, but it's not the worst either, I suppose. We have another Reaver coming out. We're making another one, no, but another shuttle, interestingly enough. So a second shuttle, which I'm a little bit confused about, but whatever. Third base coming up here again. If you're going to beat a Terran like Flash or anybody elite, you got to out-expand them as well. If you're a Terran, I mean, some Vulture Harass is really, really good in these situations. Flash does not seem to be too interested in doing that here. He just has a huge amount of tanks, and he's got the Goliaths, and he is getting a 3rd CC. Dang, Bisu going for it. Okay. Reaver up, firing away here. Goliaths are dying. Bunker dies. Tank dies. Bisu's trying to get some, you know, some value after losing that first Reaver. You know what? Not doing too poorly here. A lot of Goliaths going down. Tank count knocked down pretty substantially. SCVs have to flee from the natural base. Ooh, several of them go down anyway. They don't all get evacuated. Oh, Bisu, you're such a monster right now. Oh. Yes, evacuate. Evacuate all of those SCVs. That is all you can do in that situation, is evacuate the crap out of this place. And, you know, I mean, Charon boosters isn't done, so the range is not super hot for these Goliaths. Man, he's really making a solid comeback here after losing that first Reaver. The further Reaver stuff is great. Super great. Okay, so now we have the Charon boost. Oh, and wipes it out. Okay, so Flash is getting some revenge now on the damage that he took. Boy, this is great. What a great TVP. Did we expect anything else from these 2 players? No, we didn't expect a boring game where only one person is ahead the whole time. No, not at all. So third base, 53 to 47 workers. Bisu has an economic advantage, which he needs if he's going to win this game. We're working on additional factories here. That tank count has been, you know, we're at 4. Could have been closer to 8, 9, or 10 now. This push going to be less effective, that's for sure. Stargate coming in probably for Arbiters. Be my guess. But, yeah, I mean, there's been no Vulture stuff at all in this game. We didn't research Vulture speed. We're getting spider mines now, so maybe we are interested in getting some of that later on. Okay, alright. Sneaking in, double reaver action here. Get the SCVs out, it's so scary! Oh my gosh, what? Okay, alright, goodness. 45 workers down. Flash has a third base rolling, which is nice for him. Oh, taking down that armory and the academy's not, I mean, 2 buildings for the price of 1? Not bad! Dude, Bisu, you are a menace. You are a menace with these reaver drops. Oh, okay, so crikey. Upgrades are going to be slowed a little bit because there's only 1 armory now instead of 2. Losing the academy means you can't build any more comsat stations, but I guess maybe do you want this to be a comsat anyway, is the question. Arbiter Tribunal coming up back home for the Protoss, as is per usual here. Man, Bisu feels incredibly confident right now, ladies and gentlemen. He's like, the tank count is not high. Not as high as it should be here at 11 minutes. My harassment has done some amazing work. Feeling very proud of what I've been able to accomplish here thus far. I'm taking a 4th base. Placing your bets. Is he honestly just flying in here? There's a turret. Which 1 turret is enough to while away that shuttle. I guess the second one was almost done too. Maybe we were taking that into consideration if you're Bisu here. So it's 114 to 94 total supply. Bisu has a lead, but he needs a lead in overall supply if he's going to win. +1 attack is done for these tanks. +2 attack is coming in. Have we remade that second armory yet? I don't know that we have. Just the one, I guess. Dude, is there not a turret? Why is there not a turret back here? Oh, there is. I'm blind. It's okay. Falcon has turret blindness sometimes. There it is. It's purple and it's like silver and shiny in the middle of all these SCVs. Leave me alone. Okay, so it is going to be Reaver Tech, Arbiter Tech, Zealots, obviously. Are we getting leg? Yes, leg speed coming in. Dragoons have +1 attack, which means the Zealots do too. There's 4th base coming up with this extra assimilator, going to be super nice. And yeah, we are making the spider mines, we are making the vultures, because we need those when we are dealing with all of the Zealots that a Protoss player can make and bring to the world. So scary. Such a scary thing, man. 2 Reaver... Oh, never mind. It's not scary anymore because it's dead. Wow. Interesting. Bisu, a little careless there, honestly. A little bit careless. Wasn't ready for those Goliaths to step up and just murder it. Murder that shuttle. Are you just going to draw... Yep, Zealot bombing. Zealot bombing the 3rd base while Dragoons push from the north. Are there enough siege tanks here to do this? It's not looking great for Flash. I'm going to tell you right now. It's looking pretty darn scary, actually. The tanks are firing from the back lines. The Goliaths are doing some pretty good damage here, too. Unsiege tanks helping. A lot of SCVs are dying, but there's still 61 for Flash. He evacuated a bunch of them, and they are coming back even in the midst of this war zone, which seems, you know, aggressive. You know, losing 1 or 2 SCVs in exchange for getting some early mining here is something that Flash decided was an okay thing to do. Stasis getting researched back home. Additional factories from Flash, because what else are you going to build for production facilities here, right? Right. Now the question is, where do you get your 5th if you're a Bisu? Do you want to take this 12 o'clock spawn? Do you want to maybe try to get the natural? This seems like maybe those are your best bets if you have map control. If you don't, then obviously Flash is going to wander up and kill it pretty easily. It's hard to defend that area when you're on this left side. Recall in production as well. My gosh, for all the SCVs that have died today, Flash is still at 64 SCVs and Bisu's at 61. His macro's just been through the roof. Of course, he's had to spend resources on replacement SCVs when he probably didn't want to. So that does put him behind a little bit here. We got our +1 Dragoons with +2 on the way. Trying to kind of poke in here. Again, it's containing / making sure... I guess this base is fine too. Making sure that Flash doesn't move out to where Bisu's not ready for it, yeah? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th base, warping in at 14 minutes. If you're Protoss, and you're not expanding this hard against a turtling Terran on 3 bases, you're probably doing it wrong. Do what Bisu does here. You gotta expand a whole ton. Now, again, what he's done is kept the pressure on Flash, right? Flash has not been the one dictating the engagements here at all. He's been defending, which means that Bisu feels pretty comfortable. I have to imagine he's almost maxed out. He's pumping out speed lots. He's getting upgrades for those dudes. He's got arbiters in the mix. Flash on 3 bases is something you kind of want to try to prevent, which he did. He tried to prevent it. I mean, just going up a ramp, though, is so problematic. It always is. It's always such a huge problem here. Again, more of a contain than a coming up this ramp scenario, I have to imagine. I can't see Bisu trying to get up this ramp. At least on purpose. Like, maybe there are, you know, some wandering dragoons with bad pathing that'll go up there, but nah. Nah. Recall attempt! EMP! No, it doesn't connect! What? Oh, is EMP not... I don't know. EMP was not attempted! Once again, against somebody like Flash, this can be okay, but maybe not the best thing in the world for you as a Protoss. Okay, a bunch of supply depots went down. Is Flash supply blocked? No. Is he just zealot bombing? He's just zealot bombing over here, which is hilarious. And yeah, kind of backing into the corner, so the tanks can't get up. Oh, they can. They can get up here, actually. Never mind. Alright, so that siege tank's got 3 kills. All of these dragoons are dead, but, you know, trades. You gotta make those trades. Kill supply depots, kill tech structures, kill missile turrets so that future attacks are easier to pull off. Storm's on the way here from Bisu, and is this another expansion attempt? It is! Bisu following the playbook here pretty effectively. There's nothing in the shuttle. So that's neat. Plus 2 dragoons marching down against plus 2, plus 1 siege tank. So despite losing that armory early, weird bit of a tongue twister. Armory early. That's not that bad. The upgrades here for Flash are great. So 166 supply to 178. Protoss has the advantage, which again he needs to have. We have another Arbiter up here. We sure do. We sure are waiting for another Arbiter to come through here. 3 missile turrets, a ton of spider mines. Love that, actually. I like that a lot. Spider mining potential landing locations or warping locations for Arbiters is really good stuff. Observer staying alive is pretty integral to winning this engagement. Like, you can't be blind against spider mines, man. Just tossing that out there. Both players dancing, darting. Trying to... Ooh, Flash gets the 4th base, but no gas on this one. Alright, another recall attempt. Right side, right on top of those spider mines. 4 dragoons die instantly. Which I think is probably a Spider-Man thing more than anything else. And, yeah. I mean, that gets cleaned up pretty effectively. I mean, that is probably as well defended as you're gonna see here, right? Right. Alright, well, for the first time today, Flash is crossing the halfway mark of this map. He has not been out this far yet. And Bisu's trying to delay. He's trying to prevent the tanks from getting sieged up right on top of one of his bases here. So he's gonna march on in. Get some storm on top of those vultures. A lot of the zealots are dying. You can hear their death sounds. It is a big, scary siege tank army with +3 attack, though, dude. Is this maybe just an example of Flash defending, losing a ton of stuff? Doesn't really matter. Doesn't phase him all that much. He will have the huge siege tank army when you are not ready for it, and you will simply die to it because it is Flash. Even if you're Bisu, this stuff happens. Wow. I mean, that was... just not enough tank trading, I'd say. For Bisu to win this game, he didn't kill enough siege tanks. He killed a bunch early, but I think from that point on, he had a really hard time limiting the tank count that Flash ended up getting. I mean, some zealot bombs, a little bit of... okay, EMP tossed on that Arbiter. But no, I mean, 2 bases simultaneously getting shelled at the same time. Bisu's income is just... dans la toilette. And Bisu has left the game, and Flash is your winner there in 20 minutes and 4 total seconds. Yeah. Yeah, that was Flash just being scary, everyone. I mean, some incredible Reaver drop action. Honestly, the Reaver drops, the pushes early, killing that bunker, getting a Zealot deep into Terran territory early. A couple successful recalls. I mean, technically successful. Obviously not game-winning recalls because that doesn't make any sense at all. But man, the defense there, the tank behind the buildings, the spider mines, the missile turrets, you defend as well as you can. Didn't lose too many things by way of tanks after a certain point. And then Flash looked at his tank count, said, okay, yeah, I have a few of those. I have a bunch of those, actually. Let's go up, make sure we have enough vultures with +3 attack, make sure the Zealots aren't going to be a big problem. And then once the Zealots aren't a problem anymore, then the siege tanks can just crush everything else that the Protoss has. So, wow. I mean, that honestly was just defend. Don't lose so much that you lose the game, but continue macroing, continue expanding whenever you want to. Hold off attacks that are attempting to wipe out this base. You know, make sure the natural base isn't gone. Get a 4th base up for that extra mineral income for those vultures. And then once you're at 170, 180 supply, just go. And sure, you might have to stop a couple times, right? You had to siege up a couple times because Bisu was delaying. But Bisu did not have enough overall there. I think maybe too much was invested into those, well, especially into the recalls. They just didn't get enough damage for what the cost was, right? The cost efficiency, it matters, ladies and gentlemen. It certainly does. Okay, end of the day, 122,000 points here from Bisu, 139,000 points from Flash. Outproduced the Protoss 317 to 245. Outkilled 191 to 132. That's a pretty good ratio if you're Terran. Structures raised 14 to 4. Bisu killed a ton of Terran buildings. Did not matter in the end all that much. And then Bisu outgassed, mined, out mineral mined, and outspent by about 6,000 resources, maybe almost 7. But if you don't keep that tank count low, again, it's just really hard. It is really hard to deal with that kind of a push. Oh, look, Queen is watching this game. I didn't realize that. I was not paying attention at all. Queen, hooray! Good news. Good news indeed. All right, so that pretty good little PVT. Flash showed why he's terrifying. And even if you do everything right, even if you are constantly harassing Flash and constantly causing him problems and killing SCVs and stuff, sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes it's just not enough, and you just gotta tap out and get out. You know, just go to the next game, I suppose. Difficult problems indeed. All right, good stuff. Well, that right there is gonna be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Bisu versus Flash. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.